At 2:15 p.m. on October 24, 2016, 22-year-old Katie Plauvelt finished her shift, called her mother, and took a final, smiling selfie. It was the last photo she would ever take. She had plans for dinner, but she would never arrive. For 5 critical hours, Katie simply vanished. That night, the call came in. A friend, Wayne Rohr, led police deep into the woods to an abandoned house covered in eerie satanic symbols. In the basement, inside a concrete box, they found Katie, brutally stabbed 16 times. To detectives, the scene screamed a personal, rage-filled killing, and the man who found her, her ex-boyfriend Wayne, who lived with her and her husband, became suspect number 1. While Wayne was interrogated, detectives also paid a visit to Katie's husband, John Blauvelt, a 28-year-old Army soldier. They delivered the devastating news. John played the grieving husband perfectly. He was calm, cooperative. He deftly directed attention away from himself, mentioning Katie was dating around. He even defended Wayne, calling him a good guy. It was a masterclass in misdirection, because what detectives didn't know was that John was a trained soldier and he had just executed a near-perfect plan. The motive quickly came into focus: a $150,000 life insurance policy and a new girlfriend. Her name was Hannah Thompson. She was 17, a friend of Katie's, and was now living with John. Facing a dead end and unable to get a DNA warrant, investigators did something desperate. At Katie's funeral, they set a trap. Hidden cameras rolled as John and Hannah paid their respects. What they captured was chilling. John was recorded taking pictures of Katie's body, making a cold, callous comment. Beside him, Hannah whispered, then giggled. The detectives had what they needed, the cups they drank from, holding their DNA, but they also had something worse, proof of a profound, disturbing detachment. Confronted with the funeral footage, Hannah crumbled but didn't fully break. The net was closing. Sensing this, John made his move. Just days later, he and Hannah fled. He abandoned his post, becoming an Army deserter. They drove across the country, eventually crashing and abandoning his red Yukon in the remote mountains of Oregon. Then they simply disappeared into thin air. The manhunt stretched for years. Hannah eventually returned home, claiming John abandoned her. She led police to a journal John had given her to hide. Its contents were a damning window into his mind. The journal revealed a chilling truth. John had been planning this for months to eliminate Katie and build a new life with Hannah. Hannah finally confessed. John told her he killed Katie, that the knife broke during the attack. Meanwhile, a jailhouse informant, the cellmate of John's Army friend Charles Scott, claimed Scott helped lure Katie and was even forced to stab her. While Scott was never charged, the story fit. It explained how Katie was lured to the woods and how her car was found miles away. This was John's perfect setup: frame Wayne, use a potential accomplice, and vanish. For 6 years, John Blauvelt evaded justice. He created a new identity, Ben Kelney, married, and started a new life in Washington state. He thought he'd gotten away with it. But in 2022, U.S. Marshals tracked him down. The soldier who used his training to plan, execute, and cover up a murder was finally cornered. In September 2024, a jury saw through the years of deception. John Blauvelt was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Hannah Thompson, for her role in obstructing justice, received a 10-year sentence. Katie Plauvelt's murder is a horrifying study in calculated betrayal. It wasn't a chaotic crime of passion, but a military-style operation. A husband used his knowledge to stage a scene, frame an innocent man, manipulate those around him, and run a marathon from the law. But in the end, the very tools of his deception, a hidden camera, a secret journal, a digital footprint, became the evidence that buried him. A reminder that even the most perfect plans have fatal flaws, and justice, though it can walk a long and winding road, rarely loses the trail. For more, hit the like button and subscribe. I will see you in the next one.